What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping in to my review for Ari Aster's new film, Eddington. This is his fourth movie after Hereditary, Midsommar, and Beau is Afraid. And if I'm going to go back down memory road real quick, I would say Hereditary is a pretty good film. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It kind of falls apart in the third act for me. Midsommar also kind of falls apart in the third act for me. And the other one, Beau is Afraid, didn't really fall apart in the third act, but it didn't really put itself together in the first act either. That movie was really out there, really bizarre. I thought it overall was a fine, okay movie, but it was just too out there. But now he's coming back and he's making a Western. And I think this is his best movie to date. I think this is a great film. He captures the time period of 2020 when COVID-19 was in its prime. And everybody's talking about it in this film, and it's something that sort of plagues them. This movie is like the plague. It's like the Prince of Egypt when the plagues come. No one is expecting it. And Pedro Pascal's character is dealing with it in his own way because he's the mayor. But then you have Joaquin Phoenix, who's the sheriff. And they've known each other for a long time, but they never really were, butting heads until now. The sheriff is, he's been doing it for a long time. He's an older man. He's got a wife. He's very happy with his wife. But at the same time, COVID starts and he sees people starting wearing masks, not being allowed to go in places because they're not wearing masks. And he wants to stick to his guns because I think he's not someone who wants change. He wants someone to think that his town is not going to get affected because he feels like he's just, I don't know, he felt a little too safe, to be honest with you. But once it does hit the town and everything that also is going on in the world then politically is happening here at the same time, and the character is being forced to live it out. And at the same time, you have Pedro Pascal as the mayor living it out. And it's two different sides of the coin. And I think Ari Aster did such a good job giving both sides their say. This is not a one-sided movie at all. I feel like Ari Aster said, okay, I'm just going to write down the facts here. This is what this side of the aisle said. This is what this side of the aisle said. And I'm going to make my characters represent these pieces of in the past and what's happened and just true history, and making these characters live their own lives dealing with this stuff. I thought it was extremely well written. Honestly, I think this is his best screenplay. But for direction, I would say his best directed film is probably Midsommar. I think that movie's probably, his best directed work overall. But this, he did a great job directing it too. But his screenplay has so many layers and there's so many scenes that, Joaquin Phoenix is placed in, that he has to deal with these things that are happening around him in his town. And how much power does he have as the sheriff? And as that power slowly starts to slip away because it's out of his jurisdiction, he starts to mentally crack to the point where the film, I'm not even going to say any spoilers on it, but by the time the third act comes, Ari Aster said, okay, I'm going to give you a great setup. The first two acts, I'll have my flair in there a little bit. But then when the third act of this film happens, he said, that's when I'm going to push the gas and really amp it up. And he did. This is the strongest third act for any Ari Aster film. I am extremely happy to say that I almost loved Eddington. I might even say I loved it, to be honest with you. This is a really good film. Is it a little long? Sure. Are there a few moments that it's like a little too on the nose? Sure. But the filmmaking at hand and the characters, it's the character of Joaquin Phoenix that drives you through this whole entire movie as he sort of starts to deal with it because he has to deal with it. He's forced to adapt. He doesn't choose to adapt. And since he's forced to adapt, he has to deal with it in ways that, it's almost like he's being attacked by kryptonite. I don't want to get too much into it, but there's so many side characters, side actors, and just set pieces in this film that I just was like sitting there, like, wow, I'm really enjoying this. I really enjoyed watching this movie. The performances were great. The script was great. I think that this movie could offend people. I really don't know what it's going to do because every film has a different impact on people. For me, I saw at the heart of it, I saw a story of a man who, doesn't want to change. And he sees his town and his people a certain way. And when suddenly things start changing in the world and he's got to adapt to it quickly, some of those things are pretty ugly. He's put through psychological hell. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. What was going on with the Emma Stone character? I liked the Austin Butler character. I liked, but if you're going to have any deleted scenes, could have been those. I'm giving this film 4.5 out of 5 stars. I was immersed. I thought this was the cinematography was beautiful. The cinematography in all Ari Aster films is great, but the cinematography here was really nice. It was really nice to look at. The story, just the way it unfolded, the visual storytelling of it all, some things you see, some images. There's an image toward the end of the film that was just a little too big for my liking. Uh, I'd rather see things not as exposed, but yeah, it is what it is. We get the point, and that's it. I liked the movie a lot, actually. I did almost love it, and I didn't know if I would because I didn't really ever love an Ari Aster film other than like liking Hereditary. The other two, I didn't get to really love them that much. So this one, yeah, I'm excited for his next movie. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a bunch of reviews up on the channel. Now, if you're interested in my updated thoughts on Superman, you can check out that video, which is up. It's actually included in my Naked Gun 2 review that I just posted earlier. So that's up now. Also, review for Fantastic Four, The First Steps, will be coming in just a week. I'm very, very excited for that one. Hopefully, it's not a disappointment. Hey guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at Ranking72 and Instagram and TikTok at King Arises 131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Eddington. And until next time, over and out.